You guys at, huh? Pandas. Pandas. And you guys are, oh, he's so cute. Oh, he's like, oh, shut up. Stop being so cute, you stupid red panda. You're so cute. Welcome, everybody, to the Falcon one-shot. On the agenda, we have Tyto Ecology here today. First and foremost, what is Tyto Ecology? And as you can see over here on the left-hand side, it is a build-your-own biome simulator. Essentially, you want to create your own ecology that could survive and thrive on its own without you watching it 24/7. So it's almost like building your own ant farm in a sense, where you kind of want to set up the pieces, but then everybody else in the game itself needs to do their part in order for it to flourish, right? So you're going to be setting up a couple of plants, a couple of bugs here and there, pollinators, you'll be setting up scavengers, predators as well. And you kind of want to make sure you build it in a way where all these different species and plants and whatever else, and especially the environment, can interact with each other without necessarily ending each other's existence on the biodome itself. So it's really neat when it comes to that. And when it comes to the developers, they're actually really in tune when it comes to like adding new stuff, really in touch with the community over in the Steam forums. It does seem, and their own personal forums as well. And the other thing I wanted to note is that part of the sales for this game actually gets donated to the World Wildlife Fund, which is a a really good cause as well. So really cool stuff. Hats off to them. Without further ado, though, let's get into the game and show you what it's all about. So this right here is something I started off camera to show off later. So we'll go into add a new biodome and kind of see the jungle biome, I guess. And we'll see like the basics. Then we'll jump over to the Himalayan one, which is kind of like a new DLC. And I have something already set up right there ready to show off. So let's actually start off with the forest, however. So we'll go into add new biome. We could go with I guess the Mojave Desert. We have the Amazon rainforest. We also have the Great Plains as well. I don't know, which one do we do? I did mention the rainforest, right? Oh, I got a little, these guys are cute. The forest. You know what, let's try out the forest. Something that kind of, differentiates a bit from the Himalayan forest itself. So I guess the Mojave Desert would be kind of like the extreme opposite of that, right? So yeah, let's go with the desert instead. Now, what's really neat, I just noticed this right now as well, we need a name for our ecosystem. We'll go with, so hot. Some people like it so hot. Okay, there you go, that's fine. So, what's really neat, I just realized this right now on this little video. When I started my Himalayan thing, I had 100 Tyto coins, I guess is what they're called. And these are used to unlock different species, different plants, etc, etc. So you need these coins in order to unlock further stuff. And not only that, at the moment we're just kind of stuck, if we come over here, to this first zone. So in order to unlock zone 2, 3, 4, and 5 to get the entire biome unlocked, you need these coins as well. So for instance, to unlock zone 2, I need 50 coins, right? I only have 12 at the moment. So what's really neat though, is you get these coins or these tokens by actually completing a couple of quests here, right? And we'll talk more about this here pretty soon. But for now, let me go over here and start getting some of this life set up, and we'll talk more about what I mean about this, because this is kind of really important now that I realize it. So first and foremost, we need probably some sort of animal running around over here for this little biome to, take shape. So I'm gonna go with the jackrabbit, because that's the only one available here. That's the herbivore. I need to unlock the... Oh my god, the bobcat's over here. Well, I can actually unlock the bobcat for 1 coin alone. What about this armadillo? 15? We're not too far from it. Oh, the tortoise would have been pretty cool, but 25, I don't have that amount of tokens at the moment. So we'll go with jackrabbit here. These tokens, by the way, you don't have to buy them. It's not like in-game DLC. Don't you worry about that. You basically unlock it just over time by meeting accomplishments here. So let's go with the jackrabbit. We'll set them up. Now, this is going to be kind of important. Let me elevate myself high up. And you want to set up these creatures in a way where that'll be their whole activity zone, right? That's their boundaries. So if you set this up over here and you set up a bobcat that overlaps this entire area, obviously the bobcats are, since they're carnivores, are going to come over here and just feast on your jackrabbit. So you obviously do want that for your bobcats if you want to set up their own little colony. So you're gonna have to set it up purposely down the line where they're gonna feed off of these off of these jackrabbits for them to survive themselves. But until you're ready to do that, and you're not right now when you first start off, you have to get a jackrabbit population up and running. You kind of want to make sure they're gonna be safe and sound. So the jackrabbits can hang out just about here. I think it's gonna be fine. We'll place it. Now, so once they're placed, let me elevate back down over here. Let's go check these bad boys out. How you guys doing, huh? Just hanging out? Yeah. How's it going here, buddy? Aw, don't you jackrabbit noise at me, my friend. Okay, so they're gonna need some food, obviously, to survive. If I click this over here, it'll tell me their average health, their average hunger, and their detritus level. So, obviously these guys will be, you know, defecating and just leaving bones, and well, probably not bones since they're herbivores, but they're gonna leave a lot of junk around. We're gonna make sure that that junk is cleaned up, and they won't do it themselves, right? They're not exactly like housemates and housekeepers over here, so we're gonna have to set up their own proper thing to clean stuff up, but we're jumping ahead at the moment. So at the moment we need food for them right off the bat. So if we come over here, the only food we have available without unlocking something else is the joint first. So we're gonna have to set up a few of these bad boys around here. Now, you want to set this up in a way that is obviously within their borders, right? If you set this food all the way out here, they're not gonna get out there and eat. So it has to definitely be among their little borders here. So we'll do another one like down about here. That sounds pretty good. Now these are costing me not Tyto coins, but these little thunderbolt things, which is set up over here. These build up a lot faster than the Tyto coins, so, you know, once you do meet a couple of quests over here, you will get some more Tyto coins, but at the moment, this is all we have available. So let's go ahead and maybe... Oh, there we go. We got 15 already. Green Thumb, Desert. Gardening is fun. Have you written your name in joints first clumps yet? Okay, yeah. Okay, get rewards. So now we got 15 more tokens to mess around, which is good. So I'm going to set this up like, maybe over here as well. Give them enough to mess around with. Now, as I mentioned, they're going to be causing a bit of a mess themselves. They will reproduce, let's see, 93 days. So in about 3 months, we'll have our first production of little baby jackrabbits. So probably once they lay their first little, I guess, juvenile jackrabbit delinquents out here for the future, once they do that the first time around, then you might want to set up the whole bobcat thing to be able to hunt them down, because you now know you're making a population of them enough for the bobcats to survive off of eating the jackrabbits themselves. So, you know, it's a bit brutal, obviously, but that's how, you know, ecology works, man. That's how Mother Nature works, I guess. So, we have that. Now, the moths are going to be pollinators. For these bad boys to flourish, they obviously need certain type of fruits. So, right now, the grasses, I mean, like, essentially, this is like the feeding stuff that we have available here for the herbivores for the most part, right? And a couple of fruit as well for, like, omnivores. But you have it set up where you have leaves and fruits. The pollinators will kind of be the ones taking care of the fruit ones. So if you want your fruit to flourish, you're going to need pollinators to kind of, like, you know, do their own pollinizing thing, whatever it is they do. I see butterflies moving stuff from one side to the other all the time, so I guess they're pollinating. You're going to need that to be, you know, taking a backseat over here, meanwhile everybody else flourishes around, right? So, we could do that, but the problem is we have to unlock the beaver tail cactus in order to be able to pollinize. So, even if we have the moth kind of just doing this thing around here, I guess we could just have the moth here meanwhile. It doesn't really hurt us. They're not going to really interact with the jackrabbits, but they'll just do their thing over here. Let me just zoom on down. See them just kind of doing their thing? How you guys doing? Just hanging out? Yeah, I know. You're not going to do anything. You're just going to fly there in place because there's nothing for you to pollinate. But, you know, hopefully at some point. So we have that. I'm going to go ahead. And now what we need is these guys over here. The mushrooms will clear up half of the detritus. And then we have the millipede, which actually costs 40. So we're not going to be able to unlock the millipede right now because I want to use those 27 tokens for something else. And since these carry over to another save file, I'll probably use them for my Himalayan one that I want to show off here. So let's go into mushroom. I'm going to set this over here. Now, as you can see, this is the entire area that the mushroom will be able to clear up for you. So if you feel like these rabbits are being too filthy, set up some mushrooms over here. And these will be able to take care of any sort of detritus needs you might have over here. So they'll start propping about. They'll start kind of like breaking down the waste and stuff like that that the rabbits leave behind. So there is that. Alrighty. Now, we're not going to have enough time to get a first batch of jackrabbits and bobcats to hunt them down here, because, you know, it does take a little bit of time, as I mentioned. So I'm going to show you the Himalayan one, where we actually do have that option. So, before we do that, let me at least see the bobcats. Let me unlock this over here. And I would not recommend you do this so early on in the playthrough, but I'm going to set some bobcats over here. And obviously, these bobcats are carnivores. They're going to be feasting on these poor little jackrabbits here over time, you know? How you guys doing? Yeah, you guys are jerks, huh? You gonna go eat those jackrabbits? Yeah. Yeah, you are. Yeah, I know, you're getting ready for it. Okay, guys, well, this right here is, I wanted to show you how to set it up, right, and you kind of get the idea. Let's go back into the main menu here. How would I do that? Escape, yeah, main menu. We're fine now. So that took a bit of time here. I guess it was just kind of like taking all the information. Since I've been gone for like maybe 2 days now, it was taking all the information that it was doing in the background. I was gone to, you know, set up the current biome now. So the way I have this set up here at the moment is we have a couple of the old foxes over here. And they're omnivores, so they'll actually go ahead and eat some plants as well. But they will also go after the fleshy type of beings as well. So unfortunately for me, I would rather have them go hunt some like armadillos, but I didn't have armadillos, just actually not armadillos, but what I have over here available is pikas. I've never even seen those or heard of those before, but I'm thinking of Pikachu over here. But we have pikas over here, and we also have the red pandas. Check it out. Let's actually zoom in and check out the red pandas here. Red pandas? You guys at, huh? Pandas. Pandas. There you guys are. Oh, he's so cute. Oh, shut up. Stop being so cute, you stupid red panda. You're so cute. Alright, so we have those red pandas right here. We have a couple of ants who work as our... Actually, I just set these guys up. They're scavengers, so they're just running around cleaning stuff. We also have some stag beetles who do much of the same. We have a couple of plants here, etc., etc. We have some... Oh, the mushrooms actually went away. Ah. So my mushroom thing while I was gone... No, the mushrooms are still here. I thought they had disappeared. Alright, mushrooms over here still cleaning about. Let me check how you guys are doing. 26 days until you're ready to reproduce, and you are 6 days. So here's perfect. I wanted to show you guys a birth, which is the reason why I had this set up for a week before they actually give birth here. So what I want to do is speed up time. By the way, as you can see, we have 150 this lightning bolt, where the other one we had 100. That's because we unlock a second zone in this map already. So what I want to do now is actually skip over 1 week. And this will give us a population boom right here. 6 days. Anybody else going to be reproducing? 41 days until you guys are done. Let's see, what about you? 26. And what about you back there? 47. So we only have 1 population boom here, but that's fine. So occupancy is going to be 6 of 8. Oh, we got 10 extra tokens over here for our weekly income for our ecology running at 99% health. So that's going to tell you right here how your ecology is doing and whatnot. So let's go ahead and skip forward 1 week and get these guys to give birth here. I want to confirm. So in the background, this will kind of do its own thing. I got 10 more tokens. So as you saw, I spent, what was it, 10 tokens to advance forward, but then your weekly income is also 10, so you could essentially make up the difference that way if you want to speed up the game along. However, what happens is after you speed it up a week, it's going to cost you twice as much to speed it up again. You have to wait 3 days in-game before you could skip forward again. So, not in-game, like literally you have to wait 72 hours, but you have to wait 3 in-game days to be able to bring the price down to 10 again if you want to do that again. So as you can see, 3 days until the price decreases back down to 10 over here. So we had babies and we got 50 more reward. Could have sworn it said 50 tokens to my name. I don't see 50 tokens there. Did I misread that maybe? I don't know. Could have sworn that said 50 though. Alrighty, so now we go. We have plus 9 juveniles, and they're just over here just running around doing their thing. Now, the problem here is, how are my foxes doing? Now, my foxes are omnivores, so they won't necessarily just purposely go out and hunt just, you know, meaty, fleshy things, because I gave them a lot of plants. And I don't think that they are actually overlapping. Let me see. Yeah, they're not overlapping with the pandas, it doesn't seem. No. So they won't go actively after the pandas. But I would like to show that off. So let me see if we have anything over here unlockable that we could probably set up for maybe some hunting. So let me go into animals, any predators I can unlock right now. We have herbivore. We have a snow leopard, which costs 40, which is 4 away. Ah, we won't be able to do it. I wanted to see some hunting on the video for you guys, but unfortunately I can't do it. Well, there you go. But as I mentioned, it's a really fun game, a lot of stuff. By the way, if you are, you know, just over here doing your thing, setting stuff up, waiting for stuff to happen, what you could also do as well is, let me see if I remember how to do this here. Let me exit out of that. We're in a biome. And while stuff is happening in the background, you can just kind of read about certain animals, certain pollinators, certain fruits, certain scavengers. Just read up about them, and not only do you learn about them, but you also know how to use them more properly for the game as well. Really interesting, right? There you guys have it. All the information will be below for Tyto Ecology. Description below will have all the links and whatnot. As I mentioned, part of their sales do go to the World Wildlife Fund, so it's also a pretty good cause. Well, not only a pretty decent and fun game for you to mess around with as well. I think it's only like $7, honestly, like the base game, so it's a really low-value game. And there's a lot to do, a lot of different biomes, so there you guys have it. Hopefully you enjoyed it, leave a thumbs up. I will catch you next time. And before we go, how you doing there, little buddy? Little buddies? Oh no, get out of here, stag beetles! I don't want to see you, I want to see my red pandas! And oh my god, he's asleep. He had a lot of food to eat and now he's asleep. Oh, you're moving too fast, camera. Oh, he woke up. Oh, you shut up, you cute. Oh, don't you stand up that way. Get out of here. You cam whore, you. I'll catch you guys next time.